What's up, guys? How's it going, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, and ladies and gents, I gotta tell you, I don't know how this particular detail slipped through the cracks of information for Marvel's Spider-Man PS4 video game, but I actually was able to find this out just via getting the City at War comic books from the Spider-Man PS4 comic book. I guess it's kind of like a prequel type series. So I was very, very, very pleasantly surprised when, as I opened the book, I was like, good googly moogly, what is this? And in the book, you actually, I don't remember which issue it was. I think I want to say 2, maybe 3. I don't remember. But regardless, at one point, you actually do go on ahead and see the character of Swarm, and the fact that they actually had a full-on design for him, which I think was so very, very cool. Now, of course, if you don't know who Swarm is, let's run through a little bit of details for Swarm, and also discuss the possibility of this character being pushed into the sequel and appearing in the Spider-Man PS4 2, or Marvel Spider-Man 2 video game. So first and foremost, Swarm is an acronym in this particular case. I don't think that it was an acronym in the comics back in the day, but in this case, they do go on ahead and give you an acronym which stands for Symbiotic Warfare Antifla Restraining Model, I think, or something like that. Something along those lines. So the point is, his body is indeed a hive with cells, which is pretty insane. His robotic hand has a door to unleash the bees, so that's how he's able to actually fire the bees. Essentially, his body is a hive, like the actual outer exoskeleton, and then the inside is filled with bees, which makes it for a really cool and exciting boss fight. I can already see how the utility of those bees maybe forces you to like hide in water or something along those lines, where Spider-Man's annoyed by the fact that he has to get wet and so on and so forth. I think that it really could have a lot of possibility. But let's give you a little bit of background on the actual character. The character is actually Fritz von Meyer originally, and essentially he was attacked by a colony of bees, and basically his intelligence remained alive, like his intellect, and his body became literally made up of bees. So the bees literally shaped themselves like they were a humanoid body. And that's kind of like obviously a much more cheesy origin story in the comics. So instead they went ahead and modernized that and made it a lot more cool for this particular iteration in the game. And I have to say, I actually really love the design. I love that he has the hood and everything, but I really love the design of the helmet, which you can see, of course, some images. I'll be posting those for you guys so you can see those. But essentially, he kind of definitely almost looks like a bee. He's got the front like tentacles and everything like that. I just think that they knocked it out of the park with this design. It really makes me feel like it's kind of unfortunate that we didn't actually get to see this character, but it makes me super excited about the possibility of him playing a factor in the sequel, aka Marvel's Spider-Man 2. So with that in mind, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Do you think that he would make for a cool character that Batman I was just doing a Batman video not that long ago. Do you think it'd be a cool idea for Spider-Man to battle this guy in the sequel? I certainly do think so. I think that he would honestly make for one of those like fun first mission type boss fights or something like that, where they could introduce a lot of new mechanics and have you play against kind of an obscure villain, but also someone that could make for a really fun boss fight situation because he's made out of bees. And really, how would Spider-Man deal with that? How would he go on ahead with deal with the problem of having bees as the challengers? Like, what do you do with that? So I think that it could make for a lot of exciting, cool elements to be explored, whether it be maybe he has to use like some sort of insecticide to like stun the enemy and then land a few blows. Maybe you go on ahead and, like I mentioned before, he has to like jump in water to avoid the attacks and then hop out of the water and battle the enemy. So I think that there's just a lot of potential here with this guy, and I think that it could make for a really fun boss fight. So with that in mind, thanks all for watching, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick little video. Let me know what you guys think of the design. I think it's absolutely awesome, and I'll see you all later, alligators.